Everybody, Kelly Morgan here, indie author, indie publisher, and this is another episode of The Author's Mic. This episode, I am so excited for you because we are going to learn how to host our own virtual book fair. We are still talking about breaking the algorithm. Last time I talked about doing an in-person book fair, but you're probably saying, "Hey, yeah, Kelly, you know what? In-person book fair, not a reality for me." But that's okay. You can do a virtual book fair. A virtual book fair is something that you can do either by yourself or you can invite others. We are done asking for a seat at somebody else's table. So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to build our own table and then we're going to invite others to sit with us. So, I'm going to break down how to do your own virtual book fair. I'm going to use the big five: the why, the what, the how, the who, and the when. Ready? Let's get started. So, why should I do a virtual book fair? Well, because visibility shouldn't just depend on your location. A virtual book fair lets you show up online. It lets you build your audience and it lets you connect with readers everywhere. You can host it by yourself or you can invite others. And the beauty of it is you get to control the vibe. It's flexible, it's repeatable, and most importantly for us indie authors, guess what? It is budget friendly. So, yes, a virtual book fair can give you reach beyond the algorithm. So, what exactly is a virtual book fair? Well, it's an online showcase that can be as simple or robust as you want. At its core, it's a space where authors connect with readers in real time or on demand. Things that you can do with the virtual book fair is that you can highlight all of your books. You can host live meetings and then guess what? Play them back later. You can answer readers' questions in a Q&A session and or have polls. You can share book trailers or behind the scene content. You can offer exclusive giveaways or like limited time discounts. And like I said, you can do this by yourself and shine the light on all your books, or you can invite others to join you and have a real collaborative experience. When you do your virtual book fair, you can go live, or you can do things that are pre-recorded videos, or you can do a mix of both. When you think of your book fair, think about it as having a mini festival meets Author Alley. And I say Author Alley, Alley, but it's all done online. Okay, so now that we know the why and the what, how, and this is where most of us get stuck. Execution. Well, sounds great, Kelly, but how do I do a virtual book fair? I'm going to tell you step by step. Number one, we're going to walk through what you really need to do from setup to execution. Number one, choose your platform and your setup method. So the thing about a virtual book fair is you're going to need a central location where readers can go and find everything: the books, links, videos, updates. And you know, one of the easiest platforms to do this is Facebook. But you know, you can use other platforms as well. You can use Facebook. Facebook is great. Facebook is probably the easiest just because it's well known. Or you can use Instagram. Instagram is great as well, but it doesn't have the reach that Facebook has as far as the content that you can put on there. Instagram limits the content. So Instagram, although a great place for your virtual book fair, I still say that Facebook is better. YouTube is a great place for your pre-recorded readings or your trailers or your interviews. The replay value on YouTube is strong. So if you want to, you can definitely do your virtual book fair on YouTube. Now, you could use Zoom as well, but that's really good for like if you're going to do like a book panel or if you're going to have a Q&A session. But another one that is really great is StreamYard. Now, StreamYard is a platform that lets you broadcast live across Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn all at one time. So if you're looking for like a conference style virtual book fair, StreamYard is great. Now I know picking the platform, it can get confusing. We can really get into the weeds and minutia, but to make it simple for our book fair, we are going to go with Facebook. Now, the nice thing about it is that the platforms are pretty much free. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube are free. Zoom is free, but it does limit you to 40 minutes. Stream is free. StreamYard is free, but if you do use the free version, it doesn't watermark, but still totally usable. But for this particular example, we are going to stick with Facebook. Why? Because Facebook is easy to start up, it's interactive, and a lot of people are already familiar with the platform. All right, so now that we have picked our platform, which, like I said, for this example, is going to be Facebook, now we just need to pick our format. And so when I say that, I mean, is it just going to be you by yourself, your book, your voice, your moment, or are you going to invite others and have a collaborative experience? Does it matter which one you do? Just pick one. And then, of course, how interactive are you going to be? Are you going to do Q&A? Are you going to do raffles? What are you going to do to engage with the readers? Are you going to go live? What are you going to do? So you need to think about those three things. Number one, pick your format. Is it going to be you? Are you going to invite others? And then, of course, what type of interaction are you going to have? Once you figure that out, then you need to set your schedule. And honestly, 1 to 2 hours is plenty. You need to decide if it's going to be live, it's going to be pre-recorded, or if it's going to be both. And when I say 1 to 2 hours, I mean per day. Like you would do your virtual book fair over a period of time, like a week or two, using the platform. And I'll explain why. But per day, when you have your set time to go live or do your giveaways, 1 to 2 hours a day is plenty. Then you need to decide, look, is this going to be live? Is it going to be pre-recorded? Is it going to be both? And then if you're going to do like a panel where you've invited others, right? Then you just want to make sure that you have breaks during your virtual book fair, depending on what you're doing. Again, we're going to keep this simple. And then number four, promote it. How do you promote it? Well, we're going to use social media to promote it. We're going to use word of mouth. You can even put Facebook ads. We'll get into promotion in a minute, but we are going to promote our virtual book fair. So you're probably thinking, okay, Kelly, this sounds okay, but where exactly do I find readers to come and, engage in my virtual book fair? Well, one place that you can look are Facebook groups. There are tons of Facebook groups out there, all geared toward readers. Go ahead, join the groups, and then, drop a link to your virtual book fair and invite people to come. Goodreads, another good place for groups. You can look based on your book's genre, or you can just look for book clubs, or you can just look for just different types of things on Goodreads and their groups. Message the moderator of the group and then ask them permission to share your event link or post in their forum. If you have an email list, and I mean 5 people, email people that you know and let them know that you are going to do a virtual book fair. And then have them invite people. I've even known people that really like to lean on Reddit communities. I've never personally used Reddit, but I'm told that if you can go into threads, you can probably find a thread and then put your information there in those community. And then, of course, tell your friends and your families, and reach out to book clubs. There is a website called bookclubs.com. Reach out to book clubs and ask them, go to each club, talk to the moderator of those clubs, and ask them if you can use the link. Also, let me know. I'm happy to promote you when you decide to do your virtual book fair. All right. So once you've done that, then you're going to need to create a little bit of content to help promote your virtual book fair. And creating content doesn't have to be hard and it doesn't have to be complicated. Canva, I'm sure a lot of us are familiar with, is a great place where you can go and you can create a teaser or an announcement post about your virtual book fair. Be sure that you include the date and do this like 7 to 10 days prior to the launch date of your book fair. And remember, most importantly, you got to come up with the date that you're going to actually start your virtual book fair. Well, you can also do a daily countdown post. I mean, you can use Instagram or YouTube or whatever social media, and then that helps build interest and it helps build buzz. Each day, you could highlight a book or maybe do a behind the scenes clip or even a fun fact. But the thing is to get people excited about your book fair. And then, of course, we're using Facebook, so we're going to create a Facebook event. And that event is going to be the central hub. We're going to post all of our updates there. We're going to schedule lives. We're going to make it easy peasy for readers to follow us. Readers are going to be able to RSVP and they're going to be able to share the information about our virtual book fair. And then we're going to drop links across all platforms. As a matter of fact, this is a great time for you to go out and create a link tree and then put the information in the link tree. Put it in your bio. Put this book fair anywhere that you post so that people know where to go. And then, of course, if you have loyal readers, loyal followers, fans, um, DM them. Another thing that you can do to help promote your book fair, let podcasts know. Let publications know. Maybe somebody who has a blog or a vlog or an influencer. Anybody, let them know about your virtual book fair because the idea is to get the word out there. So, once we've done all of this advertising, promoting, we've got our book fair together, one more thing that you should think about. If you are going to do some advertising, and let's say that you do decide to run some ads, some really inexpensive, maybe Facebook ads, because we're having our virtual book fair on Facebook, I don't think it's a problem to charge a small fee if you are going to open this up to other authors. 10 to $20 per author to help them, offset the cost of advertising and promotion. That can really help. And, if you are going to charge a fee, it's okay. Just be transparent about how the funds will be used. And then maybe, offer something in return. Maybe offer them a featured spot or an extra promo. Or maybe you just set up the virtual book fair so that anybody who wants to be a part of it needs to pay a small fee. $10 to $20 is nothing to get the visibility of a virtual book fair. And your virtual book fair is going to be off the chain, I'm telling you. All right. So, what if you do all of this? You've got your platform, you've got it set up, you've got you and other authors, you've got your schedule, you've got everything that you need for your virtual book fair, and you launch it, and then no one comes. And that's a reality. What if you have your virtual book fair and no one comes? Well, guess what? It's okay. Record everything anyway, because you know what? You can repurpose it and you can post it later. You still have content. The beauty about the virtual book fair is that it's 24/7, right? So even though people may not show to the live, you can definitely play that content later. Readers scroll all day. So your live can be a replay. So don't worry. Don't worry if nobody shows right away. And remember, every live that you do is practice and every post is exposure. So it's okay. So you might be thinking, okay, Kelly, this sounds great, but I thought we were all about breaking the algorithm. How is this breaking the algorithm? Oh my God, you are on it. Great question. You want to know how this is breaking the algorithm? I'm about to tell you. Because you're not waiting for Instagram or anybody to boost your post. You are building your own platform. You are not hoping that another author or a bookstore or anybody has a book fair and invites you. You are actually creating your own event space. And then if you want, you are inviting others. You're not just posting about your book. You are inviting people to an experience. And when I say that your virtual book fair is an experience, make it engaging. If you're the only author, then schedule 2 to 3 live sessions throughout the day and read from your book or share your story or answer questions or tell your journey. Readers love that stuff. If you're going to feature other authors, then schedule time for them to go live, record it, and then you can, post their content, later. And they can engage and chat with their readers in real time and on demand. Use captions and tags and be sure that every video and every live that you do, it has a call to action. If you invite other authors, you can have all the authors donate merchandise or maybe have them donate a copy of the book. And then you can have exclusive giveaways or discounts or contests, which keeps people engaged and it keeps them watching. It is such a great idea. And then, you can also use all of these things to promote in advance and you can, really boost excitement. Another great way is to have a raffle. If you have a raffle, then you're another way that you're building excitement. You're giving away things. It could be signed copies of the books, like I said. It could be printable bookmarks. It could be short stories or bonus chapters. It could be free consults, like if other authors or coaches or if they offer another service, maybe they could offer something, for the book fair. There's all types of things that you can do. But most of all, when you are doing your virtual book fair, just be yourself. People want to connect with you, not just your book. So now that we've got all of this together, we've got our platform, we've got our format, we've decided if we're going to invite others, who should be involved? Well, obviously you. Like I said, the beauty of the virtual book fair is it can be you or you can invite others. If you invite other authors, they don't need to be in your genre, just other authors who are interested in promoting their book and connecting with readers. You can give these authors time slots to go live. And they can do different things. They can read snippets from their book. They can talk about their journey. They can also engage with readers. Now, if you really want to kick up the game for your virtual book fair, invite like a poet or a spoken word author to perform. Again, you can do it live or you can record it. And then, it's just another feature, another experience that you're offering your readers. Another great thing that you can do is partner with a book club, right? Invite them to attend. They could maybe even host like a chat section. I cannot talk today. A chat session or a coffee session. And that's another great way to promote your book. You can call out their book club live, and it's just another great way to help promote. And then that way you are creating an experience for readers. And remember, creating an experience means that you're creating a memory. Now, if you are going to invite others authors to join, make it simple for them to join. I recommend maybe getting some type of form like a Google form where you can gather all their information, their name, their book, payment, any content that they want to give you, links, times that they want to go live. You don't have to have a lot of authors. 3 to 5 plus yourself would be incredibly manageable and not hard to do. So, when are you going to do your virtual book fair? Timing does matter, but you know what? So does your sanity. So we want to be successful and not burn ourselves out. So you need to plan this accordingly. And don't worry, you've got all the time in the world. Usually for these types of events, I would say plan something on the weekend or evenings, right? And remember, your virtual book fair is 24/7. 24/7, and it can go for 2 weeks. It can go for a month if you want it to. But when you are doing this, avoid holidays or, anything that could maybe be a distraction or pull the audience away from your book fair. Now, you can put all of this together in about 2 to 3 weeks and be comfortable. But to really be strategic, I say 4 to 6 weeks, especially if you're inviting others, because it gives you time to create any content. It gives you time to plan if you're going to use multiple platforms to put the information out there. It gives you time to set up, a schedule for when you're going to do live events. It gives you time to really plan and promote your virtual book fair. Now, don't try to do everything at once. Start small and then you can grow it. So, here is a pro tip. What you can do is the first time that you do a virtual book fair, just do it by yourself. Do it as a soft launch. And then, that way you can test the waters and then you can build from there. The nice thing about the virtual book fair is it's repeatable. So you could do it quarterly, you could do it monthly, you can do it every season. But the more that you do it, the more confident that you'll be. And every time that you do it, you'll be better equipped. So, and that way, if you make it reoccurring, you can have new authors show up every single time for the virtual book fair. So, a virtual book fair isn't a second best move. I'm telling you, man, it's a power move. You are making yourself visible. You are directly connecting with your readers and you are showing up consistently. You, my friend, are opening up your own doors. You're not waiting for anybody to make the table and invite you. You are building your own platform and then you are inviting others to join you. And that, my friend, is how we are going to break the algorithm together. So, I say this all the time. If you are an author or a creative in this space and you are interested in coming on this platform with me, the Author's Mic, and promoting your book or sharing your knowledge, I welcome you. The information is in the link tree. If you are a reader and you want to join a book club, if you're open to joining a book club, please consider joining the IRS. We are a book club who encourages and highlights indie authors. Now, if you're an author and you're looking to maybe pitch a book to a book club, I would encourage you to pitch the IRS, the Indie Reader Society. Like I said, we are currently reading my book, wait for it, but when we're done, we are open to reading a new book. The group will decide. So if you are an author, pitch us. We would love to read your book. And if you are someone who is saying to yourself, I want to write a book, I just don't know where to start. I got you. I got a free guide on my website. It's called So You Want to Write a Book. I promise you it's free. I think the only thing I'm going to ask you for is your email address. Otherwise than that, it's free for you. Go ahead, use it, and start that indie author journey. And lastly, if you've never checked out my books, well, here's your opportunity. I've got two of them. Wait for It and You Sound White. They're both blah, blah, blah. They're both available on my website and wherever good books are sold. However, if you buy them directly from me, I am more than happy to sign that bad boy for you and I offer free shipping. What more could you ask for? So, as always, this has been another episode of The Author's Mic. I want you to go out and make it a great day because you know what? I'm definitely going to try. My name is Kelly, and I will catch you next time. We'll see you soon.